Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can we please settle down? Can we please settle down so that we start the program officially, please? Please, those of us that are here, can we mute our mics, please? Can we mute them so that we'll not be having distractions, please? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome us in a very special way. Today is a very special day here in Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Ahmadu Bello University chapter of the Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists of Nigeria. This is going to be a conference with a difference. It's been a while that a conference like this was organized here, so we'd like to give kudos to the current executives for deeming it fit to organize this very conference with a wonderful team, strengthening medical laboratory services in Nigeria, harnessing strategies and advanced technology, sustainable health care. We'd like to acknowledge the presence of all of us that are here. It is not easy for us to leave our different schedules and come to attend this very conference stroke workshop, which we are going to be making use of to add to our wealth of experience. We have notable speakers that are going to be speaking to us later on this very keynote paper theme. We have 2 square pegs in square holes. I'll be speaking to us. First man is Professor Muhibi Abidemi Musa, a professor of hematology with the University of Edo State University in Zaria. He is one of us, a very senior colleague that has come for himself in this very profession. Can we please put our hands together for him? It is not easy. Though he is not here officially, he will be speaking to us virtually, and we will listen keenly to what he has to give to us. We also have another speaker, son of the soil, a man that has also cut a niche for himself in this very profession. We will be listening to him here. He is with us here physically. We will like to use the opportunity to introduce the second speaker that will be speaking to us. Before then, I'd like to let us know that the man that is going to be piloting the affairs of today's program is the Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development, Kaduna State, in person of Right Honorable Aminu Abdullahi Shagali, PhD. He will be the chairman of today's occasion. He is unavoidably absent, but will be represented. Respectfully, let us acknowledge the presence of our representative. So I would like my ushers to please bring the chairman to the high table in person of I'll beg to put our first one, please. Professor Lal Sumi, with the Public Admin Department, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, here. Please put your hands together for him. The ushers, please. I'd like you to bring you to take a seat at the top, please. He will be representing our chairman, who really wanted to be here due to some logistic problem and some other issues, he decided to, okay, even if he's not going to be here, he has to send a representative. Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you for representing our chairman. We would also like to respectfully invite the Commissioner for Health, Kaduna State, who is our special guest of honor, in person of Honorable K. Ahmed. She also would have loved to be here physically, but they have also another assignment in Kafanchan with regards to the Federal Medical Center there. She has sent a representative who is the State Laboratory Logistic Officer, who will be wearing 2 caps. He will also be representing the Director of Medical Laboratory Services, Ministry of Health in Kaduna State. Let us welcome in a very special way scientists over there, some to the high table, please. My ushers, please, put your hands together as we bring my Oga at the top, my senior colleague, State Laboratory Logistic Officer. We will also like to inform us officially and respectfully that our chief host is here with us. The Chief Medical Director, Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital is here, Professor Ahmadu Please can we put our hands together for him as he comes. He is a no-nonsense man, a man of timber, caliber, and caterpillar, a man that has got a niche for himself in this very profession. We would like to welcome you in a very special way and tell you that the medical laboratory scientists that are here wants to take a step further in bringing out successful and quality results, please. We would also like to let us know that he is not just here alone, he is here with the CMAC, Professor Ahmadu. We also like you to come to have a seat at the top, please. Put your hands together, all of us already seated. You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much for coming. These are medical laboratory scientists. My prof, the Chief Medical Laboratory Scientist, the Chief Medical Director, the CMAC, this medical laboratory scientists you're seeing, the men are men of sterling bank qualities, and the women are women of diamond bank qualities. I have that guarantee trust that God is going to take them to the sky. They will get to that zenith top to check out the demystify the mystery behind diseases. And I know for sure that they will not fail us here in Ahmadu University. God is going to do it for us with their own efforts. We would also like to let us know, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that we have very special guests, very important personality, all the way from Usman Amfodo University, Professor of Medical Laboratory Science, who has been defeated that he must be here with us. Please can we put our hands together for Professor Kabiru Mohammed Alatu. Professor M.K. Alatu. This club is different from all other clubs. I don't know the reason why, but you know the reason. Thank you. We would also like to invite to the top the Director Admin, who is also here with us, Barrister Buhari Zolani. Please put your hands together for him. Barrister Buhari is here with us, Director of Administration. He's already seated. You're welcome, sir. Please let us also, let me invite to the top, please, to call on him, our second keynote speaker, Dr. Ahmadu. Small but mighty. Yes, sir. Republic of Nigeria 2050 by the grace of God. Yes, he will make me the Minister of Health, I know. Thank you. You're welcome, Sam. We would also like to respectfully invite to the top a man that has tirelessly to make sure all things go well and this very scientific conference and workshop succeeds. We are talking about the chapter chairman of Ahmadu Bello University and Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital. Please, the chapter chairman, if you're around, we want to acknowledge your presence in a very special way in person of our Mohammed Aminu Idris. You're welcome. Alongside with the local organizing committee head by Ilias, we want to say thank you for putting your heads together to bring out this very successful. We've not really started, but we already see success in the whole thing. Also, like in a very special way, please have the committee ushers bring to the front the heads of departments, beginning with my very own Oga at the top, joined with the front chairman, Dr. Tawfiq Awal Salam. Please, we'd like you to bring them to the front row, please. We also like to bring chemical pathology, Dr. Hafsat Suleiman. The laboratory manager, Dr. Rose, would also like to bring you to the front, please. The head of department, Micro, Dr. Mokhtar Abdulaziz, please also bring him to the front row. The laboratory manager, Micro, Scientist Giwa and Play to the front row also, please. We also like to bring to the front row the head of department, hematology, Professor Ibrahim Osman, to the front, please. The laboratory manager in hematology, Dr. Abraham Omori. The head of department, histopathology, Dr. Murtala Abubakar. We also want to acknowledge the presence in a very special way, and please bring them to the front. The laboratory manager there is Scientist Yaro Jigo, please to the front. The head of unit, immunology, Professor P.O.P. Musa, and the laboratory manager, immunology, Scientist Okonkwo Lilian. Please, they are here. Please let them get to the front. Also would like to acknowledge in a very special way, Deputy Director of Establishments, Dr. Nasiru Ibrahim Ishak Yero, Dr. Nasiru Ishak Yero, and Deputy Director of Finance, Eja Ronke Adedij. Please, all these persons should get to the front. Not forgetting that we have younger ones that are working with us because we know for sure that we cannot do this work alone. The American, Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital Chairman, Yehuda Mohammed Ali. Please, it needs to be recognized, and we appreciate all what you persons have been doing to support we, the medical laboratory scientists. It is not easy. I know for sure that we cannot do it alone. But please, don't be satisfied with where you are, because you can also get to where we are too. I would also like to invite to the high table respectfully my very own father, my senior colleague, Director of Medical Laboratory Services, Ahmadu Bello University Hospital, Zaria, Kaduna State, Dr. Patrick Okafo. Please, would like you to bring it to the top, please. Dr. will come for to the top, please. Yes. When you do it well, when you pay your dues, they will pay your bills for you. Yeah? You can see the number of escorts. Yeah? You can see to tell you that he's really doing it well. Yeah? Yes. I am supposed to escort him because I am also part of his boys. Yeah? You're welcome, sir. Dr. Patrick Okafor. We have told you the presence in a very special way. Scientist James Enamari is representing the pathology laboratory manager. Please, if he's around, we are calling this very special. Enamari James. We would also like to bring down to the top my own. In fact, if I don't do this, I know my balance will not be given to me. Yes, Professor Shehu Abuth, my father. Yes, I am saving this for the last. Please, he is my father. Would like the ushers to the top. Yes. When you pay your dues, you will pay your bills. Thank you very much, sir, Professor Shehu Abuth, for being a father to us all. He has been there, he's still there, and I know he will continue to be there for us. We, the upcoming scientists, we that are coming up, we are seriously looking forward to seeing him retire and be a happy man that he has really nurtured quality scientists that will take over and not spoil what they have built. Please, we have a long list here, but we know for sure that the time is already fast spent. So I'm going to take them and call on them. But for now, please, with the due permission from the chairman, please, we will not be able to acknowledge all persons. But just know that you are a chairman and a chairlady at your respective seats. So I would like us, at this very point in time, just look at your right, look at your left, and just tell the person you're welcome. Yeah? Just welcome the person close to you. That's all. Yeah? Yes. Aha. You can speak in French. Yeah? Yeah? Just speak in French, any language. Yeah? And welcome the person. Yeah? Okay. Thank you very much. Please, with permission from the chairman, sir, we'd like to go straight to the next item, which is going to be the national anthem. So with this, I would like to please and respectfully ask all of us to please stand up to recite the national anthem, and alongside the ancient anthem. The ancient anthem is, check your brochure, the first and the last stanza is what we are going to be taking. But the national anthem first.
Nigeria, Nigerian fought and proud to set our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. Give peace all now to honor and peace we can't escape. To hang on to our children, our banner be that stay. Oh, creation, grand thieves, I want to be well. when longer we so so let me see everything that you done made me glad.
Unsung anthem. Page 1 in your brochure. Thank you very much. Can we please still remain standing? Let us please remain standing. I'm very sure in Nigeria as a whole, this news that just came to us this morning is so shocking. We just lost our number one medical laboratory scientist, Professor Tosan Erabo. We just lost him, and it has been officially announced. So can we please observe 1 minute silence for him, please? May the soul of Professor Tosan Erabo and the souls of all the faithful departed and all those that have gone before us rest in peace. Amen. Let's sit down, please. It is so unfortunate that as our secretary went to our local assembly, who was here already, may his soul rest in peace. Would like to go straight now to the next item, which we have on our program. And the next item is going to be the Ancient Chairman's Welcome Address. So let me invite the hardworking, always busy, I don't know what other adjective to use, sir. Please, let's come and make your presentation now. MLS Mohammed. Your opening remarks, please put your hands together for him as he comes to the base.
the chairman of the occasion, distinguished guest of honor, our royal father of the day, the special guest of honor, the chief host, who is the chief of the University Hospital Zaria, the chairman medical advisory committee, Bello University Hospital Zaria, the director of administration, Bello University Hospital Zaria, the top management committee members, invited speakers, head of departments, appropriate managers, invited guests, and our dear participants. Good morning. It's my honor to respectfully welcome you to this important scientific conference. We are here to strengthen medical laboratory sciences in our dear country and harness the modern strategies and advanced technologies for sustainable healthcare developments. Science of medical laboratory has been transforming with full metamorphosis from basic laboratory technologies of testing human samples to advanced molecular diagnostic techniques, research, training. Accuracy, precision, and quality control have been the backbone of our practice over the time. But one thing stood the test of time, irrespective of how dynamic our profession has become. That thing is quality management systems. But the solid foundation of quality management system is effective laboratory leadership and management. I implore you to listen attentively, learn effectively with full concentration, and communicate back to your respective organizations and your teams with quality leadership skills after the conference. I wish you happy and safe stay in Zaria. Thank you very much.
Let's round of applause once again for our chapter chairman, Mohammed Amin Idris. He has said it all, he has welcomed us. This is going to be a very superb conference, and we are very sure that we'll be able to go home with a lot of experience and a lot of information that will add to your own. And for now, we'd like to invite in a very special way our Chief Medical Director, who is our Chief Host, Professor Ahmadu, who please speak to us. Can we please put our hands together as we invite him?
The chairman of the occasion, the top management committee of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, the chairman of the laboratory association of Nigeria, Zaria, other members here present. You are all welcome to this annual conference. I think this is the first time this conference is taking place. I'm not sure, but I think it should be the first time I'm witnessing this occasion. You are all welcome to this occasion. And I hope that this conference will open the horizon for all of us here in order to make sure that laboratory scientists performs what it's supposed to do. Because those in the labs are very, very vital personnel in the hospital. Because they are the ones that say, okay, this is what the cause of the problem of a person. And then the clinicians will now administer drugs or carry out any surgery. So you are very, very key to service delivery in the hospital and out of the hospital. So I welcome all of you to this occasion, and I wish you a very successful celebration. And I hope that whatever is presented here, each and every one of you should take at least one of the things that has been presented and implement it. Because the most important thing about conferences is implementing what has been said in conferences. If we don't implement what have been the papers that are presented in conferences, that is the conference I just used next. Here, greet each other and go away. But these are scientific conferences where scientists would have done their researches and then will present their researches. And these researches are supposed to be implemented. So I urge all of us to kindly implement, even if it's one of the findings of the scientists that has been found wanting. Let's try and implement it and use it in our hospital. So I wish you a successful deliberation. And one other thing is this: I'm so passionate about AMLS. I know that for those that have just finished AMLS in the university, we are the ones that sat down and started the program, Professor Abuth, Nefati, and co. So I welcome all of you, and I wish you a successful deliberation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Senator, for us to understand the fact that we are not just here to sit down, listen, and go back home, but for us to get some important points which we are going to add to what we've already known. Let's not forget that the world is going digital. Yeah? Yes, our people in Delta State used to say, when slippers cut, steps they change. Yeah? So very soon everything will be digital. Everything will go. So we also need to toe the line and know exactly how to key in. That is what NBU chapter is trying to do for us, to make sure that we are not left behind. We need to retrace our steps. We need to know exactly what to do to get to that point. Okay, something happened some years back. A man was invited to speak in an occasion like this. You know, boastfully told his wife that, if I go there, I'm going to speak a lot, or I'm going to speak English. The wife said, don't do it. He said, I will do it. When he got there, they gave him the microphone. He now said, the chairman has speak, the celebrant has spoke. It is now my turn, Baba Sikira, to speak. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite the chairman of the occasion now to do what for us? To speak for us. Mr. Chairman, sir, please, Professor, would like you to come and speak for us. Put your hands together, please, for him to come and speak for us and give us what the remarks which he has directed to give to us.
Thank you very much, MC. The Royal Father of the Day, who is already absent, our distinguished guest of honor, the Right Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, who is also unavailably not in our midst, our chief host, Professor Ahmadu, Ahmadu, our keynote speakers, Professor Musa Abidemi, who is in our midst, joining virtually, and Dr. Abdurrahman Ahmad El Fulati, our guest of honor, Mr. Zaki M. Jonathan, and Dr. Patrick A. Okafo, other distinguished dignitaries, comprising of the Director of Administration and the other management team of Ahmadu Bello University Hospital, distinguished guests, members of press, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum, good morning. My name is Lawal Saleh, and I'm ably representing the chairman of this occasion, who has an important assignment to attend at this time. Right, Honorable Dr. Ahmadu Abdullah Ishalibi,
the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Kaduna State. I am profoundly grateful for this opportunity given to me to serve in this capacity as the chairman of this important gathering, a conference and a workshop, 2025 scientific conference of the Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists of Nigeria, Ahmadu Bello University Zaria chapter. The conference is themed Strengthening Medical Laboratory Services in Nigeria, Harnessing Modern Strategies and Advanced Technologies for Sustainable Healthcare. This conference is actually timely, considering the rising global health challenges which we are actually facing, particularly in countries like Nigeria, which is the most populous country in Africa and the seventh globally, also projected to be the third most populous country in the world by 2050, looking at the population growth rate and the other fertility-related issue in the country. We are actually facing serious challenges regarding our healthcare system. We have rising infectious diseases. We have fundamental crises in child and maternal health and other related health issues that are even climate-driven health challenges. These issues actually, we know that they require active participation and involvement of medical laboratory scientists, because tackling the prevailing health challenges in Nigeria require precision, they require and resilience. And we know that medical laboratory scientists remain the backbone of effective diagnosis globally, treatment, and of course, healthcare formulation, policy formulation in the country and other countries, particularly looking at the kind of emerging technologies that are arising globally. Yet, in Nigeria, we know that we are seriously faced with insufficient workforce, particularly in this profession. You all know that if you look at the statistics, looking at the Nigeria's population of over 230 million people, and the number of health professionals, including those in your field, we know that we are actually facing highly insufficient manpower in the health sector. We also have outdated equipment which you work with. If you look at what is prepared in advanced countries, the kind of technologies they are applying, the kind of tools they are using, absolutely you know that we are faced with this problem of outdated equipment in our healthcare facilities. We have, of course, fragmented system which hinder healthcare delivery in the country. So this conference, we know that the outcome will help us getting a way forward on how best to improve our healthcare system in the country. We have participants who are policy makers. The Speaker, House of Representatives, will be here, or his representative. They make our healthcare policies. We have Health of Kaduna State. We have Director of Medical Laboratory Sciences of Kaduna State. We have experts, technocrats who know a lot on this field. I'm sure outcome of this conference will give a way forward for us on how best to improve our healthcare services in Nigeria. So I urge, let this conference be a springboard for actionable strategies for enhanced healthcare delivery in the country. Thank you very much, and I wish us successful deliberations and participation of this conference. Thank you.
That clap was for me. Please clap for our chairman once again. I want to say thank you once again, Professor Lawal Sule, representing the chairman of today's occasion, Right Honorable Aminu Abdullah Shali, PhD, the Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development, Kaduna State. Thank you very much for being a good representative, sir. As it is now, we know for sure that the Commissioner of Health has also sent a representative to the State Laboratory Logistic Officer, who is also representing the Director Minister of Health, in person of Bello Zaki H. Jonathan. He will be speaking to us now, giving us from the Commissioner of Health. Can we please put our hands together as it comes to do it? Obadiah Son.
The chairman of the occasion, stand on the existing and established protocols. I'm representing the Honorable Commissioner of Health, who is unavoidably absent, and actually she would have loved to be here, set up to come along, but it's no longer news that one of the Kaduna State has been named as Federal Medical Center, which is Patrick Ibrahim Yapo and Kafanchan. So she will be hosting visitors from Federal Ministry of Health this morning, and as a result, herself and other directors will have to be around. So she asked me to represent her and gave me her speech to read on her behalf. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of Medical Laboratory Science Department, APU and ABUTH Zaria chapter, I'm honored to welcome you to this scientific conference. As we gather here today, I want to emphasize on the importance of developing specific skills and enhancing productivity of medical laboratory scientists in health institutions within the 23 local government areas of Kaduna State. Our state is boasted of a total of 138 medical laboratories, comprising of 6 tertiary, 33 secondary, and 99 private medical labs in Kaduna State. The state has a total of 133 medical lab scientists and 189 medical laboratory technicians. And at the primary healthcare level, there is a total of 371 laboratory personnel. I'm also pleased to announce to you the effort of the administration under the leadership of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, Senator Obasani, in lifting healthcare system in the state. In fact, 13 secondary health facilities are in good, and a good number of primary healthcare are being upgraded as of now and are going to be equipped with modern laboratory equipment when completed. In addition, the state has 10 ELISA machines in our major secondary health facilities to ensure that all blood for transfusion is safe. The secondary health facility labs in the state run a medical laboratory from which makes it necessary and easy for the labs not to run out of reagent and consumables, and also to be able to repair broken down equipment or to be able to buy new ones. This conference provides a platform for medical lab professionals to share knowledge, showcase research, and discuss recent advancements in medical science. I believe here today we have a team of renowned experts who will deliver keynote lectures and lead in interactive sessions on various. As we strive to improve healthcare outcome in Kaduna State, We must prioritize the development of medical lab skills. This includes enhancing knowledge in areas such as molecular diagnosis, quality management system, and laboratory safety protocols. I commend the Association of Medical Lab Science, ABU and ABU Zaria chapter for organizing this conference. Your dedication to promoting excellence in medical lab science is, and I encourage you to continue your good work. And to our guests, I extend my profound gratitude to your coming, participation, and contribution to this conference. Your presence here today is a testament to the importance of collaboration and knowledge sharing in advancing the healthcare system. In conclusion, I urge you all to participate fully in discussion and activities, work together to develop the skills and enhance the productivity of medical lab scientists in Kaduna State, and ultimately improve healthcare outcomes for our people. Thank you very much, and long live Kaduna State, long live the Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Scientist Obadiah Sunday, State Laboratory Logistic Officer, representing the Commissioner of Health, and also the Director of Medical Laboratory Services, Mr. Zaki Jonathan, with the Ministry of Health. Before we continue, let me acknowledge in a very special way the presence of Scientist Sami Mohammed Abdullahi, Program Manager with the Institute of Human Biology, who is here with us, and will be speaking to us on his sub-team later on optimizing quality laboratory operations for precision medicine, ISO 15189-2022 aspect. This is a round of applause for him. He's here with us. You're welcome. Before we take in the keynote lecture presentation, the first one is going to be virtually. Before we do that, it's only wise for us to please readjust our program and bring up the declaration of this very conference open, which will be done by our chairman, so that we can take away our CMD and others who may wish to take that lead later on. So please, the chairman, sir, would like you to come and officially declare the conference open.
Thank you very much. With the foregoing situation, as the chairman of this conference, I declare it open. Thank you.
Thank you. This one we're just following formality. Formality. You know Nigeria, we like to follow. And so we'd also like to invite Malam Haruna Brahim, Dr. Idris A. Abdullahi, for he will be presenting to us later on meta analysis. Please a round of applause for them, please. Please, those in charge of the virtual presentation, can you please inform Professor Muhibi that we're set. Before fully, I'd like to invite one of us, Marcus Israel, an intern medical lab scientist. He'll be coming to give us a brief citation of the man who will be speaking to us. Please a round of applause for Marcus Israel.
Mr. Chairman, sir, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Professor Musa Abidemi Muhibi, an esteemed authority in hematology and blood transfusion science, brings over 2 decades of dedicated service to medical education, research, and healthcare innovation. Born in Ishei, Oyo State, Nigeria, Professor Muhibi's academic journey began at the University College Hospital, Ibadan, where he earned his foundation qualification in medical laboratory science, specializing in hematology in the year 1997. He holds advanced degrees, including a PhD in hematology from Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Akwa, certifying his expertise in this crucial field. He became a Fellow of Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria in the year 2000, the then Institute of MLS and T. Currently a professor of hematology at Edo State University, Azuru, and a visiting professor at the University of Abuja. Professor Muhibi's influence extends across academic, clinical, and policy domains. He has served in various leadership roles, including Dean of Faculty of Applied Sciences at Edo State University and Head of Department of Medical Laboratory Science at multiple institutions. Professor Muhibi's extensive research portfolio addresses pressing health challenges with over 110 publications in peer-reviewed journals. His groundbreaking studies include advancements in transfusion medicine, immunohematology, and infectious disease, particularly focusing on transfusion-transmissible infection and the optimization of blood safety protocols. Notably, his research on platelets and stem cells has contributed significantly to the understanding of hematological disorders. A recognized thought leader, Professor Muhibi has delivered keynote addresses to numerous scientific conferences and facilitated trainings for healthcare professionals under the auspices of esteemed organizations like US CDC and American Society for Microbiology. His international engagement underscores his commitment to capacity building and global health improvements. Professor Muhibi's contribution extends to curriculum development, where he has designed and reviewed academic programs for undergraduate and postgraduate levels in medical laboratory science, vaccinology, and molecular biology across some Nigerian universities. He has also mentored countless of students, including PhD students and professionals, fostering the next generation of scientists and healthcare leaders. Beyond academia, Professor Muhibi has demonstrated exemplary service in public health initiatives, notably chairing the COVID-19 emergency response team in Osun State, Nigeria, and producing a country viral medium (ETM) for COVID-19 sample collection. His work earned him several accolades, including the National University Commission Silver Plus Medal and the Anglo-Scientific Nigerian Outstanding Performance Award. Professor Muhibi's leadership in professional societies such as West African Postgraduate College of Medical Laboratory Science, where he is the Nigerian chapter and a vice president of the West Sub-region, and the Hematology and Blood Transfusion Scientists Society of Nigeria, where he is the Secretary General, reflects his dedication to advancing laboratory medicine standards in Africa. He previously served as the National Secretary for MLSN. As a scholar, educator, and innovator, Professor Abidemi Muhibi remains a beacon of excellence in biomedical science. He is happily married and has a medical laboratory scientist as one of his children. Thank you very much.
Let's put your hands together once again for Marcus Israel. We deliberately decided to take that long version of the citation so that we'll be able to meet up with the link has just 4 minutes to end up, and the prof will now re-enter. So that was why we just decided to use it so that we will finish up with the time now. Okay. So, Prof, you have all the time to yourself, please. Prof, can you hear us? Please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Good afternoon. Our esteemed chairman, please permit me to stand on the already established protocol. This afternoon, we want to together look at the issue of inefficient strategy on lack of sustainability in quality healthcare delivery, and that is the station we want to reverse. Hello. Everyone is hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today, we are looking at strengthening medical services in Nigeria and nursing modern strategies for sustainable healthcare. I'm presenting this today with a misfeeling. Misfeeling in the fact that I had learned to be physically present to present this in Kaduna State, but due to factors beyond all of us. And the move of all medical scientists in Nigeria today is that of, well, they are just showing maturity that unexpectedly we lost the register of medical and laboratory science staff of Nigeria and the name of people today, all of us. And that is very disturbing. Be that as it may, we have responsibility to sustain the good work that we know it for. So today, we are discussing strengthening medical laboratory services in Nigeria and nursing modern strategies for sustainable healthcare. And I bring to you greetings from my institution, Bello University, Iyamo, from where I'm speaking to you. I bring to all my colleagues and participants greeting from my own society, Hematology and Blood Transfusion Scientific Research of Nigeria, where I serve presently as Secretary General. And I also bring to you greetings from all medical scientists and fellows of West Africa Postgraduate Medical Lab Science in the entire West African region, where I serve as Vice President of the region and Nigeria Chapter Chairman. And I'm also very comfortable to say that I have brought greeting to us all from AMSI, our umbrella association, under which we are here seated today to discuss this important theme. To dissect this theme, we just need to remind ourselves of what we already know. Without which we will be able to build our concept or nothing. We need to do something that is solid, and that is reminding ourselves of what is medical lab science. Medical lab science is best defined by Act 11 of 2003 as a profession that deals with analysis of human and animal tissues, body fluids, excretions, specimen, etc., for the purpose of generating qualitative and quantitative data, which is useful in establishing diagnosis, determining prognosis, monitoring treatment, and is also useful in the scientific way of establishing who is the father, who is the mother, who is the grandfather. I mean, ancestry tree can be established by the knowledge and practice of medical lab science. That is why people call medical lab science origin of modern medicine. Beyond modern medicine, our archaeological discovery can also be confirmed with our scientific approach of analyzing and confirming the content or content of a particular article. And that's what we do in medical laboratory science. Medical lab science also entails production of biologicals like reagents, standards, control, kits, etc. Services like design, fabrication, maintenance, and troubleshooting of the different components of medical laboratory science. According to that Act 11, we need to check Act 11 to get detailed definition of medical lab science, which is a global definition. We are looking at strengthening medical lab science or medical lab practice in Nigeria. What is the state of health in Nigeria as a country? Well, Nigeria is a very rich, endowed country, and probably, if not all of us, many of us here, we are not only residents, but we are citizens of this country. But one of the reasons is that life expectancy in Nigeria, not only for citizens, for residents, people who reside in Nigeria, the life expectancy according to the WHO is about 55 years. Well, it is said that females have longer life expectancy as compared to male. If you look at our neighborhood, we receive facts to confirm this. Male life expectancy is around 54.5 years, whereas female life expectancy is around 55.1 years, just a bit above 55 years. Both are far below the global life expectancy, which is 73.32 years. Well, we cannot deny the fact that we have started improving in terms of use of modern technology for healthcare delivery. If we sustain the rate at which we are improving in the use of modern technology in healthcare service delivery, in 75 years' time, Nigerian life expectancy will be 64.7. In 75 years' time, we will still not have reached where the road bodies, meaning that we are not moving well. Well, we are moving at the pace of a tortoise, if I may borrow that language. Well, so that is life expectancy. This low life expectancy is occasioned by high maternal and infant mortality rates. It is said that out of 1,000 children, not less than 10 will die at infancy, and there are so many other deaths that are related to maternal health care, women dying of pools and prenatal hemorrhage, among other complications. The highest percentage of people suffering from disseminated intravascular coagulation is in women at the point of giving birth or during pregnancy. Okay, we look at other factors that predisposes to this low life expectancy. We look at prevalence of infectious disease. If we talk about this ATM alone, ATM, you know what is ATM? Hello? No. Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
No.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, please.
Yes,
we are hearing you.
hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are looking at ATM. That is AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, plus other preventable, non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cardiopulmonary disorders, thromboembolic disorders. All these, it constitutes more than 70% of the cause of death, what we call premature death or sudden death. There are none of these that is not linked to medical service within. The diagnosis, treatment monitoring, and prognosis evaluation of all these cases are in or medical lab services. So we need not to argue that inadequate diagnostic accuracy and poor turnaround time are the primary causes of these supposedly preventive deaths. Well, I won't talk about the definition of medical lab today. We just know that the practice started in 1921, sometimes somewhere at Broad Street in Lagos. Later, eventually, school was established in many places, including Guam, Ibadan, and Lagos, around 1957. Then the medical lab scientists then people were training outside Nigeria until the regulatory body for the training and practice was established in 1968 by Degree 56. That degree established the first institute known as Institute of Medical Laboratory Technology. We know that office at Abuth, Lagos. Eventually, in 1998, during the reign of General Absalom Akwaka as the head of state, that decree was amended to now have in place another regulatory body to replace the common one, and this regulatory body was changed to Institute of Medical Science and Technology, and that was what we were working with until 2003, during the regime of General Abuth, to House of Assembly, after stringent considerations presented for signing and concern the law known as Act 11 of 2003, and that is the law that regulates the training and practice of medical science in Nigeria today. What do medical lab do? Medical scientists or medical lab service department have role to play in disease detection before the manifestation of symptoms and signs. I heard of a very close friend who said it was during a routine checkup that he discovered that he was diabetic. So that is the role of medical lab science. If I want to give some of this medical lab science alone, I mean diabetes diagnosis, accurate diagnosis, and treatment monitoring. Let us assume somebody is suffering is diabetic, a condition in which the glucose level of the blood will always be raised, except it is consciously monitored and appropriate intervention like dietary control and medication and exercise are applied. Let us assume a known diabetic patient is rushed to an hospital in coma. A known diabetic patient rushed to an hospital in coma. Okay? If a known diabetic patient is in coma, well, many things can cause somebody to enter coma. But for a diabetic patient, the first two differentiations that an experienced doctor will look at will include what they call hyperglycemic and hypoglycemic coma. Incidentally, the two are opposite of one another. Somebody in coma because of excess blood sugar, blood glucose. Another person in coma because of very low blood glucose. How do we ask him? He's in coma already. And these two can happen in diabetic patient. If diabetic patient who is not adhering to his medication, they find himself in hyperglycemic coma. And a diabetic patient who is taking overdose or who is just taking his regimen without monitoring glucose level through a laboratory test may enter hypoglycemic coma. So how do we resolve this situation? We need intervention of the lab to carry out the test. We hope that the test that we carry out in the lab will give us a reliable result. God forbid if that patient is in coma because of hyperglycemia, and the result generated from a lab that is manned by WAC, which is a common practice in Nigeria, common thing in Nigeria. If that patient in hyperglycemic coma is now given a result from a lab reflecting that his glucose level is low, perhaps it's because of high level that is in coma. If the doctor relies on that result of low glucose level, what will happen with that patient? They replace him with more glucose. From coma, what will likely happen to him? My colleagues, what will happen to him? RIP. Just because the wrong person is managing facility. May not be just because the wrong person is managing facility, just because somebody is relying to be extreme on what we call point of care testing device, POCT, and that's why we're talking about strategy to strengthen medical lab service today. Yes, the use of POCT will help us to get our result on time. But we know that all assays have limitations of this application. And result from the laboratory assay accurate as the technology employed to carry out such assay. For instance, if somebody is using glucometer to carry out the very good, it's a very good way to generate glucose level. But it's not enough to measure that glucose level generated on the glucometer is correct. Look, for instance, there are extreme high and low glucose level of results. Beyond that, if a patient is extremely anemic, the glucometer will not be able to sense the glucose level in that blood accurately to give us a erroneous result. If a patient is having secondary or primary polycythemia or polycythemia vera, the glucose level generated on the glucometer will not be correct. I'm sure some of us are hearing this for the first time. And that is why we need to strengthen the training and practice of medical lab science for us to improve our healthcare service in Nigeria, such that that expectancy be at least up to what is obtainable across the globe, that is 73.3 years, as against 55 that we have now. So when they say the life expectancy is 55, anybody who died at 56 years is very lucky. Very lucky. So accuracy of result, disease surveillance. When we talk about disease surveillance and outbreak control, you will remember the role of medical lab science in the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, 2020. All things that we think we could not do, we might do them. How the nation, the medical scientists who will render the service, they have the skill, they have the knowledge, they have the technical know-how, but they don't have the people to work with. So at the early 2020, who are saying we can only count 3 centers with capacity to run molecular diagnosis of COVID-19. Later, we got to how many labs? More than 50 labs. Because the labs were the key. Who will keep the lab? The same government. And we don't need to wait until we get the lab accreditation before we attend to our health needs as Nigerian citizens. Look at research and public health planning, yes. All efficient learning that we learn from health will be predicated on quality data generated by the laboratory and other healthcare professionals through the use of several tools, including questionnaires, to resolve this order. Infection control, yes, antimicrobial stewardship. When I hear passes of this, the abuse of antibiotics and how to control it. To ensure that when people take antibiotics, they have anticipated effects. This can only be done by simple test of MCAs before, that is diagnostic contact sensitivity, before antibiotics are administered. And we talk about cost efficiency. Yes, when you do guesswork and the patient take all manner of medication for an unknown treatment, that is what they call the trial and error. That one you don't do. Somebody is having fever. It's malaria now, give him anti-malaria. It didn't work. Maybe it's social drug resistant. Give him another brand of anti-malaria. It didn't work. Okay, let's check as that. So that one, however, if we are going to examination, yes, we won't be in the situation of changing our regimen. And look at preventive generation. One was, if they are heavy, hello, what is talking?
No, just continue, Prof.
So, impact of weak lab services, when we look at the diagnosis and delayed treatment, which we lead for health outcomes, and the reason why people travel out, if they have the means to get right diagnosis and the appropriate treatment. Because there is a saying, they say, a problem known is more than hard solved. And that is where medical scientists come in. If you don't guess and if you do anything different from what we call evidence-based medical practice, there will be a lot of misdiagnosis, delayed treatment, leading to poor quality outcome. Beyond that, we have laboratory. There have been teaching hospital laboratory that looks like a primary care center laboratory. There will be a lot of misdiagnosis. If your teaching hospital rely on the 3-part hematology analysis to run hematological parameters, 3 without a film assessment backup. So without 3-part hematology analysis telling you neutrophil, absolute and percentage, lymphocytes, and other cells put together, you are not able to see whether there is any inclusion body, whether there is toxic translation, so let me share with us an experience I had in my practice as a medical scientist. A patient was being worked on for mastectomy on account of the supposed benign breast carcinoma. And they say benign because they have done high identification biopsy and no evidence of metastasis. So they say the young lady is lucky that the thing they assume to be the cancer of the breast has not metastasized. So the best intervention is to cut that part off before so it was a right decision. But one of the practice of that hospital is that they must do work up. One of the work-up parameters is that there must be full blood counts. That blood count was sent to the hematology laboratory where their policy and the process include assessment of fee. They don't rely solely on results generated by automated hematology analysis. They will still make the film and assess it. When they check this film of this patient, they saw what we call Bucherella laprote. You remember? Bucherella laprote is a tissue microfilaria that infiltrates major body tissues, including the breast. On citing that result, the surgeons changed the course of treatment. They didn't go to theater immediately. They present, that patient was placed on treatment for Bucherella laprote. Lo and behold, the breast chip retracted back to its normal shape, and everything was fine. You can see how the diagnosis was happening because of quality medical lab service. This time around, quality that is predicated on quality training received by practitioners. Quality training that's also predicated on the use of what is called quality management system, which I'm going to talk about. The use of what we call quality manual, on the right supervisory role of director, assistant director, and deputy director in different units. As against what we have in some centers today, we have people get the directory trainer to collect their salary, making little or no input to the place where they are employed and they are getting paid from. Well, increased medical tourism is because of poor or weak laboratory services. Low confidence in public healthcare, yes. Weak lab services will make people to run from places like India, UAE, UK, South Africa, etc. Well, I omitted US. I don't know whether it's still going. I don't know whether from decision. We have been hard to go to US business. So I didn't mention US. There's common reasons why people come for cancer diagnosis, organ transplant, advanced diagnosis. If I talk about this organ transplant now, you remember that to give organ as an intervention on engagement, there must be what they call HLA typing. That is human lymphocyte antigen typing. To confirm the compatibility between the human lymphocyte antigen of the donor and that of the recipient. And that will require the expertise of seasoned and well-trained medical scientists and with the availability of the right equipment as well. Okay? I will talk about what I have experienced regarding this later. You will also know that more than 50 years ago, some Nigerian hospitals started kidney transplantation. But you will realize that the thing was not successful in many of the centers. It's because the right approach to fortifying medical laboratory background was not there, or are not there. That is the truth. And that is the application we experience tissue rejection. And another possibility is what they call graft versus host disease. You will remember that very recently, one patient was transplanted with a kidney from a pig, having signed consent for such xenotransplantation. But after barely 3 months, the organ was removed from her because our system was rejecting the kidney from the pig. So she is still now, as we speak, on dialysis, not in Nigeria. It's not in Nigeria. You check, you see what I'm talking about. So cost implications are also part of the reason why quality, weak medical services is causing, is the wrecking factor on medical services in Nigeria. Unfortunately, the Bible or the Quran and the Bible is known to us. This thing I'm showing you is what they call the essentials of quality management system. This essentials of quality management system is a global guide that is captured in ISO document that is known as ISO 15189, which was validated in 2020. To provide quality medical lab services, these are the essentials that must be fulfilled. And we know it theoretically, but I hope we are able to implement it. When I say we, I'm talking about medical scientists, I'm talking about our employers, I'm talking about government, I'm talking about policymakers in high places. Because the essentials start from organogram. If there are no quality of medical lab services, which is not as we speak in Nigeria presently, there cannot be quality medical lab services. Federal Ministry of Health and Social Services in Nigeria, they don't have the grand medical lab services to date. Rather, what they have is a division. Okay, personnel. Some people will justify recruiting wrong personnel to run medical lab services. Some people will give reasons why other people, aside medical scientists, should handle medical laboratory samples to generate results that will be used to treat patients, in spite of the fact that that is against the spirit and the letter of accident. I remember there was a time some medical scientists and some other doctors, this thing happened like 2.5 decades ago. They were on strike. I don't like it going on strike. In fact, throughout my stay in the teaching hospital, anytime you embark on strike, even though I serve in capacities reflecting that can be covered in a number of unions, I never went on strike. And they know that I will not do because I handle blood bank, and that is linked to human life. So when I go to, or especially when they say from accrediting laboratory services in Nigeria, it's a great service to this country. And government should not look at and not see you doing that kind of thing with high degree of impunity. Yes, health insurance company for that, there's establishment of the Department of Medical Services and Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. At state level, we should have medical services in three tiers: in the primary care agency, and health management board, and the state ministry of health. How long we have all these in Kaduna State Ministry of Health? Yes. So this is a proposed roadmap for Nigeria towards strength medical services. There's no time to read it. Our colleagues who are into medical practice and our students should begin to attend this type of training and other training that are available on websites to sharpen their skill and hands-on training to increase our knowledge and skill as well and make dexterity in the things that we know. And in that vast area, revealing quality assurance, quality control, we should apply for grants to explore and showcase our scholarship. We should be involved in youth development and volunteer opportunities. Conclusively, collaboration and partnership is very key. Government needs to invest, and we need to sustain advocacy and promotion of quality medical services. We recommend our government, as a matter of urgency, look into the possibility of healthcare delivery service ethics. Students will explore opportunity for learning optimally now. The Department of Medical Services should be created at Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. All of us, we need to know and keenly observe that healthcare delivery is a teamwork, and we need to embrace it with teamwork spirit so that our goal of quality healthcare services will be attained in Nigeria. Let us embrace one health approach. And that's the end of the presentation. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Prof, for the wonderful delivery. As soon as that you are really a square peg as well. Are you hearing me? Prof, are you hearing me?
Hello.
Hello.
MC.
Yes. Are you hearing me, Prof? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, this is your boy, MC Barry.
My guy from Zaria. I saw you.
Yes. Thank you.
Because of, yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. I would like to hand over the microphone to the chairman of the occasion to at least say one or two before we cap it on here.
Thank you very much, Professor Musa Abideli has done a wonderful presentation. I think he deserves a big round of applause. He has discussed a lot on this medical laboratory profession. In his first remarks, he has reminded us on what is medical laboratory science is all about. And we understood that it is just like the origin of medical profession. It is a scientific process. He dwells on the state of medical laboratory science profession in Nigeria. And we understand from his own submission that Nigeria is actually rich, is among the wealthiest countries around the globe. And even with that, the life expectancy is very low compared to the global average. He mentioned that averagely around the globe, the expectancy of life is averaged about 73 years, while in Nigeria, it is just about 55 years, with females having more expectancy of men. And this life expectancy based on the submission can be attributed to so many issues. We have high maternal and child mortality in the country, which affects the life expectancy in Nigeria. And this kind of mortality, both maternal and child, could be attributed more in rural areas than urban areas. He also informed us about the genesis and development of this medical laboratory. And remarkably, we learned that from his own submission during the era of the Salam Abubakar, notably in 1998, there was a remarkable progress in this medical laboratory science profession, which progressed up to its present day in Nigeria. We also learned some of the key responsibilities and relevance of this profession, medical laboratory science. Of what relevance is this profession? What are the responsibilities of you as a medical laboratory scientist in Nigeria? And if you look at what he has stated, that if these responsibilities are to be fully carried out by the practitioners or professionals in this field, actually the life expectancy might likely improve in Nigeria. He also dwelled on the state of our laboratory services, impact which the very big laboratory services has in the country. The weak laboratory services are having significant impact, which the presenter has touched and talked about them. And if you look at the issues of best quality in medical laboratory science, what are the expected best quality services that we're supposed to focus on as scientists in our medical laboratories? Apart from these issues, also discussed on some of the challenges in medical laboratory in Nigeria, stating the issue of personnel, human resource in this profession, what affects largely the number of staff available, inadequacy, and he attributed to brain drain. Some of the professionals actually look for greener pastures abroad and leave the country behind. So that affects the number of personnel in this profession, which is of course disastrous to the country. Issue of poor supply chain is one of the issues raised by the presenter, and he also developed some ways forward on how best to improve his practice. At the end of his presentation, he offers some policy recommendations on how best this profession can be carried out. We thank you a lot, Professor, for this wonderful presentation, which you have actually touched almost every issue, and you let us come on top. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you very much, the chairman. I think we need to maybe change your department from public administration to medical lab. Yes, I can see you're really touching us and giving us points. Doing it well, doing justice to what is there. So I will beg that maybe you be coming as honorary visiting prof to medical lab. Thank you very much, sir. We want to say thank you once again to Professor Mohibi. As it is now, I would like to digress a little bit and have some entertainment before we go for the second keynote lecture presentation by one of us. So I would like to invite the university students of Ahmadu Bello University. If they are ready for okay, they will be presenting a cultural dance display for us. Before then, I have a question, please. I've asked this question severally and to date I've not gotten the right answer. It's just to digress now. Someone picked a year-old child of his neighbor and went to the office with the child. As they met for office, somebody will never see a man before for several years, don't see him begin. Baba Chinedu, congratulations, Abeg. Don't carry 200,000, give this small pikin. Now who gets that money? Now person wey carry the pikin, abi na the mama of the earth. Who get the money? The money was given out, but now somebody carry the pikin go office, and the mama not there. So who get the money? Okay, I'm not still get the answer well till today. Second question, I don't ask this. Even the last time I came to Zaria, I asked this question. You are in a face me, I face you compound. So many people will fill the compound. You won't go back, you tie towel, you won't go back. They carry small picking give you. You can't begin throw picking go up. As you throw picking go up, picking get up, your towel they lose. Which one you won't hold? The picking, I've been at the towel. No, consciously, just tell us the truth. Picking the up, towel they fall, and nice compound. Okay, look at the answer. The medical students, if you're ready for us, please. We're also ready. Please, we will be. After that, we have our one presentation that will be given to some persons that have distinguished themselves too. Awards will be given out, rolled out to them. Okay. As they do their own, make people go away. I served in Taraba State School of Nursing far back then. They bring one man, one couple with the stammer. I take God beggars. Anybody with the stammer, make them not post that no teach. I take God beggars. Couple enter class. Good morning, Mama students. They say, good morning, uncle. He said, we want to study animals found in the land and animals found in the water. He now wrote crocodile and hippopotamus. He said, class, repeat after me. Say, crocodile. The whole students now say, crocodile. He got said, no, do not Say it the way I'm saying it. That just said it again. He said, let's go into the next one. Say, they now said, hooray! So I take your point, sir. Any copper when they stand, I'm not post and go teach them. Another one, phone booth was stammering. That time when we say you go to make phone call. So I go on to make phone call. They say yes. Call the number. He says 080. They say yes. Call the number. I say 333. They say it's ringing. He said, I've not finished calling the number. And I said, yes, it's already ringing. That's what it's supposed to be, yeah? Yes, so if they're not ready for us, please, I think we need to forge ahead. Please, go from the next paper presentation. I would like to invite Dr. Kabiru Omar, if he's here with us, to please take the citation of our next speaker, Dr. El Fulati. Yes, Dr. Kabiru Omar, if you're here, I would like you to come and present the citation of this wonderful technocrat that will be speaking to us on the particular topic. Just put your hands together for Dr. Kabiru Omar.
Mr. Chairman, sir, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Ladies and gentlemen, here I am to present to you Dr. Ahmadu El-Fulati. Standing before you is a seasoned medical laboratory scientist. Although young but full of energy, is presently the head of Department of Medical Laboratory Science, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Also, the Deputy Dean, Faculty of Allied Health Science, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Dr. Ahmadu El-Fulati is a senior lecturer that has been working with Ahmadu Bello University since 2013. He holds a
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Members of the High Table, Chairman, just dropped out. A teacher and father, Professor Shehu Abdul here seated. Professor Ikeda Lazo, other father, another teacher also here seated. Very senior colleagues, the Director, School of Medical Laboratory Science, Dr. here. And then very senior senior brother, very senior colleague, also seated here representing the Commissioner of Health, United State. Other members of the high team, my teachers, my senior colleagues, my peers, my friends, my students, good afternoon. I'm so glad I'm taking the second presentation because Professor Maybe has done a lot for the topic. Look at what I'm about to present. It's just a little division, just 2 words on the actual topic. When we're talking about strengthening medical laboratory services in Nigeria, we strategies and advanced technologies for sustainable healthcare. I will actually be focusing more on the advanced technologies for sustainable healthcare. And during the course of my presentation, which shouldn't take long, we'll see a lot of overlaps because when 2 people are, a lot of overlaps are going to come. When I come across those things that have already been discussed, I think I'll just keep it. Okay? I'll make the presentation faster. I am Ahmadu Fulati, an immunologist from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and a chief medical laboratory scientist from Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital. It's a huge honor on me to stand here before you to make the presentation today. As an overview, we'll be looking at the current state of laboratory services, challenges in Nigerian context, and we'll look at opportunities through technology, key strategies for strengthening, and we finally close with call to action. The Professor Muibi discussed on the current state of medical laboratory services, which I will just reemphasize some of the points. We usually would want to begin with the good news, which there is tremendous growth in laboratory infrastructure, both in public and in private practice in laboratories in Nigeria. For those of us that have been in the profession for decades, they can bear witness to this statement. Back then, the practice has been something else. But in the 21st century, there is a lot of advances and there is a lot of growth in laboratory infrastructure coming in different directions. Even in the last 5 years, a lot has changed in the narratives of the laboratory in Nigeria and even all over the globe. There has also been improved training programs and professional regulations, thanks to the non-governmental organizations, the grants that have been flying around in support of